Welcome back to another episode of Finding Gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
I am with Gogs again. How you doing?
I'm well.
Doing pretty good.
Yeah, I'm doing very well.
So with Finding Gratitude, what I usually go is I kind of like recap my week right at the beginning with like everything that's happened. So I guess like now we've been spending so much time together, so we can kind of like recap together.
Yeah, so your week was a lot
Yeah,
like my week.
essentially my week as well. Do you remember what we got up to on Monday? Did we even hang out last Monday?
No, I think Monday's been our day to kind of just be away from each other.
Okay, Monday and Tuesday, I feel like maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Monday I usually record my podcast.
Yeah.
So Monday I would have recorded my podcast last week, and Tuesday, yeah, I don't think I did anything.
Yeah.
But on Wednesday was when I think we recorded Young Primitives.
Yeah, so was that Tuesday? No, Tuesday we did. We recorded the
We
sex app,
recorded on Tuesday. Yeah, so we recorded the sex app on
Yep.
Tuesday.
which you need to check out if you haven't. Go
The
watch
Young
the sex app,
Primitives.
Young Primitives podcast.
And then we went out on Wednesday. We were meant to go to watch the comedy gig.
A comedy gig, which we didn't.
Did not make it. We
Yeah.
had to go do some guided meditation first, and but we ended up going to the Sheave.
Yes.
We met some people, I guess.
Mhm.
We spread awareness about young prims.
We did, sure did.
And I feel like that's what we should definitely be focusing on, like even just the marketing aspect of it. Because obviously, the more people that we talk about our podcast, the more that are going to actually subscribe and watch the video, and then they might resonate with something that they watch, and then they go tell their mates, and then that's how we get big. So I feel well, when I was there, like I started to realize that there's so much untapped potential. Now we went to the Golden Sheaf. There was a lot of like 18, 20-year-olds, like young kids,
new
right?
generation.
Like new generation. I don't even know if they know where they're heading as much. You know what I mean? So maybe they need some guidance, and hopefully by watching our podcast, it's I guess it's more entertaining though, right? Our podcast,
It should be. Like I hope it's entertaining, funny, serious at times, but also informative for the youth.
Yeah, 100%.
We want it to be, we've lived through a lot and maybe didn't have the guidance that we needed in our youth, and maybe we can offer that to.
Yeah, like all the, I guess, not the mistakes, but things that we would have done, which we kind of like, oh, maybe I could have done this a better way.
Yes.
And I guess that's what they can kind of learn.
And making the right moves earlier. So, taking care of your body earlier.
Yeah,
taking care of your
being
mind
more-
earlier.
Like
Yeah.
becoming more self-aware, I guess, when we're much younger. I feel like even though, like we were kind of, I don't know, maybe not you, but maybe me, I was kind of doing that. Because like, I think 22, 23 was when I first started to explore with psychedelics, like psilocybin a lot. And I didn't even know what I was doing, but I knew about 4-7, like the 47 and the 4th and 7th chakra.
Yeah.
And yes, I was doing that. I think I talked about that on my last podcast. And then on Thursday, we went and hanged out with Iggy. Which, like I said, man, like I feel like even Iggy just hanging out with us, because I feel like we're so, I do talk about this a lot. Like we're just so like, I mean, for me anyway, I'm so like in love with life and in love with myself that I can just project that energy everywhere. And then even the people that we hang out with, maybe they are absorbing that energy and they're starting to feel good about themselves and they're starting to love themselves as well. So I feel like Iggy by the end of the night was obviously beaming with happiness.
Of course. When you get text from someone saying like, oh, I feel like a rock star, and then like 3 hours before they were
bit on a depressive kind
they
of side.
were
but even we've been discussing about like alcohol, right? Like we feel like maybe that we got to help him kind of step away from drinking so much, because he's gonna stop doing like dumb shit. And especially for you, because you've kind of been there and you've experienced all that, you're kind of like, fuck, I need to help him.
Yes.
So he doesn't.
It's
end up
it's
doing
very
crazy shit.
easy for me to see the steps that he's taking were very similar to the steps that I took that led me down like a very dangerous path.
Yeah.
Dangerous for yourself, your family, and for others around you, especially if you're operating anything under the influence.
Like work, like if you're actually working.
If
and
you're
that kind of stuff.
working,
or even driving.
driving,
Right? Yeah,
the amount of people that are functioning alcoholics, but they, operate heavy machinery. And
yeah,
just
that's
that,
true, eh?
it's
like
a
how many
split second.
people out there are actually alcoholics and are drunk on the job.
And there's such a culture in Australia of drinking. Like it upset me that when Ash Barty won Wimbledon, they like handed her a beer. Like,
True. That was this year, last year.
Yeah, this year.
Wow, I didn't know that.
And then it's like, why do you need to hand like probably our greatest athlete in this moment a beer for her
An
to celebrate?
alcoholic beverage to
Yeah.
celebrate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like showing the younger generations that it's okay
Mm-hmm.
to drink as this part of celebration. And it's
Yes.
just like, yeah, like we're watching it, or you've obviously watched it. Didn't watch it, but how many more people also watched it?
Mm-hmm.
And they just accept it as the norm.
How many young girls look up to Ash Barty as their tennis icon and they saw her drinking? So now, they might be 12, 13, maybe against drinking and see that Ash drinks and now that, that's available to them
Yeah,
and they can
true.
still succeed, which is
Do you think it could have been like a sponsor though? Like
I don't know. I think it was a
drink
bad
was it?
decision all around. I can't remember. I'm not gonna know.
Fuck. Was there much talk about it though that happened or no?
Not really. Like I think everyone was just kind of proud of it. Everyone's like, "Oh, Ash,
Mm,
the Aussie having a beer."
yeah.
Like there wasn't
True,
much
true.
outrage against. I was
It
just
was
me
just the norm.
personally,
It's like, yeah, we're alcoholics or like we like to drink, and
yes,
so what of
like
it?
what a culture of like alcoholism that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even thinking about it now, I'm starting to think about people doing shoeies and shit. Like
Mhm.
it's so common now.
Yeah.
Like we watched our brother's
Yes.
fucking music video.
Yeah.
And old mate's just on top of a horse doing a shoey.
Doing a shoey in school, so I'm sure they're all above age, over 18.
Yeah, definitely.
But the
But
setting
that's what
of the
it's
music
teaching
video
the younger generation.
is that they're in school with a teacher. They're dressed in like a private school uniform.
Yeah.
And all these characters are obviously, you know what I mean? They're hitting on girls and then he's on a horse. It's like all very like
Yeah, well, like there's
over the top, but then he does a shoey as like probably an underage child.
yeah, well, going to high school and shit.
Going to high school.
Isn't there like a term like I'm on the horse, or it's like I'm back on the horse? Doesn't that mean that you're like back on it, or like
Off the horse? Maybe?
no, I thought it was like I'm back on the horse. It means like you're gonna have a big night or kind of thing.
Okay, I haven't heard
You've
that.
never heard that?
No, no.
Sure.
I've heard Let's Try.
Let's try. Well, that's the song that we're talking about by brothers that we watched earlier today. Yeah, true. Well, I thought that's why he was on it, because he's back on the horse, he's partying. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the weekend's about to start. Back.
Oh,
on the
I thought like
horse.
Let's Trot because horses trot. So
True. There. Okay. Well, maybe it's like a double
like Let's
entendre,
Trot,
or
like
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
exactly.
It's
Of
got
course,
heaps
there's so
different
many meanings to it,
Yeah.
and nothing. It doesn't mean anything really.
Yeah. Let's try.
Let's
Fuck,
Trot.
but that's crazy. Like, yeah, like alcohol just. It's perceived that it's okay to drink. Like everyone, it's like, yeah, it's okay to drink, and even teaching the younger generations that it's okay to drink when it's like, when we're kind of, or like you've obviously realized that it's fucking, it's bad for you.
Yeah.
You've experienced it, and now we're seeing ego experience it, and we're like, fuck, how do we like help him like break that cycle?
Yeah.
But it's hard, especially when, we see like people on TV doing it, people in music videos doing it, and shit like that. Fuck, that's a lot. And then.
And there's such a culture, of when we start drinking, who can drink the most, who can be like the biggest drinker without, passing out. There's like, that whole binge drinking culture of youth.
Yeah.
That
Well,
just,
I remember being like that. I remember being like 17, 18.
Yeah.
Or even underage.
Mhm.
And getting my sister or even my mom to buy me alcohol, and then it would be like, yeah, let's fucking party, 17-year-olds, and just getting completely wasted.
And there was
And it'd be
nothing
like
wrong
a
with
competition
that
sometimes as well.
because we did it, say, every maybe end of term or every couple of weeks once we were in.
It wasn't consistent.
Yeah. And then, I don't know, once you reach an age, like over 25, you can just like, you drink and function normally, but you're always drunk. And there's so many people that do it.
Yeah.
Because you've just like taught yourself how to drink over this time since you were a child.
Well, I like thinking about it now. Like I remember I had a job 2-3 years ago, and we were at the Gong, and literally so we were doing a live stream for 3 days, and every single night. So we'll work probably from like 8 in the morning to like 5 p.m.
Yep.
And then after 5 p.m. we'll go to the pub and get just wasted.
Hammered.
Have no recollection of what
Yes.
happened that night.
Yeah.
And then I remember waking up at like 7 in the morning with the biggest hangover, having breakfast, drinking water, and going straight to work and like just doing the work.
it all again.
And then 5 o'clock again, let's get drunk again. And like I feel like a lot of people is like normal to them. They can go out party, have 5 hours sleep, wake up, and even though they're hungover, they still go out and do whatever that shit that they had to do.
And the only part of that you're missing to be an alcoholic is I would wake up, roll over, open my like drawer, get a bottle of vodka out, and just like scull it, and then the hangover would be gone.
True, because you're already back into that drunk state.
And then by the time that's kind of wearing off, bro, it's after work, or like I'd still be drinking maybe at lunch if I had to. The worst was not having a drink and then like bottle shops opening at 10 a.m. But like me starting work at like fucking, waking up at
8 or
6 or going
something.
at
Oh,
7.
true.
Bro, those like
And
first
and
3
then you
hours were
didn't
like
have
death.
alcohol.
Yeah, because I would have drank it all the night before. Because I was that
And
much of a fucking demon.
fuck. You know, like
I don't want. That's why, like, because it's so easy to do to just always have it with
it's
you,
so easy to fall into that, especially because
and it's so dangerous.
It's legal.
Yes,
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
There's no barriers that we need
Yes.
to go through.
It doesn't wear off. It doesn't wear off until you kill yourself. You know what I mean?
Fuck,
Like,
that's heavy.
yeah,
But it's the truth.
yeah,
And that's when we see someone that's struggling with it, we want to fucking help them and get him on the right track. So then,
yeah.
and like I said, like
If it was controlled, I know a lot of people can drink controllably. I know most people can.
yeah,
They can go out maybe just on a Friday or Saturday, have a few drinks, or have a glass of wine or one beer with dinner,
and not get completely wasted.
I wouldn't be able to do that. As soon as I have the first
yeah.
drink, I'm just looking at that bottle. One.
Yeah, well, I feel like even last year I was like that. Like I would just like if I start drinking, I just want to get wrecked.
Yes.
Like I just want to keep drinking because I just want to forget. But I think like we're drinking because we don't like the life that we have that we're living. So we're trying to forget, I guess. And because I feel like that's why I would drink, because I wanted to forget about everything, because I wasn't accepting myself for who I was.
Yes.
And it wasn't until I started to accept myself for who I was and feel proud and be happy for everything that then, because like last night I went out with a few mates and we probably had 4 jugs, but I was okay after that. Like I wasn't drunk or anything. I was maybe tipsy, but I wasn't like, fuck, I need to keep drinking, keep drinking. Where my mentality before it was like, let's keep drinking, let's keep drinking.
Keep drinking because it kills anxiety and kills that that nervousness to be around people. Gives you the confidence.
The confidence, yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like maybe the idea behind it, it's like, let's drink to have fun when it's like, I mean, I guess it is having fun, right?
Yeah.
But
it is, but I think we've been
point?
conditioned into that being fun. Like a lot of the fun for me of like being out at a pub is the conversation,
Playing
the
the
atmosphere, the pokies.
having a ciggy, I guess, or just being able
but
to
like
feel
imagine doing the same thing, but you didn't need to. You can drink, but you can also smoke weed, for example.
Yeah.
Like people would just allowed to smoke weed out in a courtyard.
Yeah, like smoke joints or whatever.
Yeah, and you can like buy it from the people, or like they can give you whatever.
Yeah, I mean, fuck. Imagine like 5 years
That's
from
how
now.
Amsterdam is. Fucking sick.
Fuck, we need to go to Amsterdam there, man.
Yeah.
Because I can't picture that. Like, well, LA's like that too, because LA's recreationally, like it's legal to smoke recreationally, so you can just walk around the street smoking fucking joints and shit.
Yeah,
It'll be
but
okay.
LA is also like full of homeless people, and
Yeah,
they all want to stab you and kill you.
Well,
so.
like, bro, you'll be on a road, it looks fucking nice and pretty. You make one left turn and it's just like tents and tents and tents with fucking homeless people. Yeah. It's fucking
Amsterdam
crazy.
is very nice. They take care of all their people. They're like a socialist country.
Oh,
They're
true.
not like America.
Fuck yeah. There's
like
a lot
no,
of
there's no like everything's clean. The streets are so clean. Public transport's clean. You don't see homeless. Everyone looks very happy and like well presented, and like healthy. There's no fat, disgusting people.
Fuck. Yeah, that's crazy as well. Like
Europe's just like it's a very civilized place compared to some places.
True.
They have a drinking culture, but you never see people like killing themselves.
Completely hammered.
Yes.
Yeah, true. I feel like Australia is like kind of, I guess, similar to America in a sense where we just want to get.
And maybe it is because in America they like you can't drink until you're 21. So
yeah, but they still have frat parties and all that shit when they when they go to college and shit, and everyone's just getting wasted and not even 21 yet. They're like 18, 19, 20.
Yeah.
But it's that whole culture around it. Fuck. Wow, we talked a lot about just alcohol there from that Thursday night, and then if we go back to recapping, Friday night, was that the night that we recorded a podcast here with like 4 boys?
Yeah, it would have been.
It was, yeah. And even then, like Luke brought a case, we all had a few drinks, but no one drank a lot to get completely hammered, or maybe Luke did, I don't know.
But Luke did a couple other things well, but like it's the first time he smoked weed in ages.
Yeah. So Friday was good. We saw Ray.
Yes, we saw Ray for the first time. Oh, I saw Ray for the first time in a long time.
Like that's actually mad. Like that you're seeing people for the first time again after so many years.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And like the love that I have when I look at the people.
Yeah. because you haven't
Like,
seen them in so long,
yes,
and then you're also feeling, like you feel like you're in a perfect place right now. That
yes,
all you do is just want to love people,
yes.
and it's fuck, that's so good.
Mm.
It's
And
like
then just yeah, mm, making people that are important in my life realize how important they are to themselves.
yeah,
I think is important.
how important they are to themselves.
Yeah,
What do
because
you
I
mean?
think a lot of people forget how important they are to themselves. That they're the most important person. They treat themselves poorly. Do they don't do the hard things that give your body like respect or something. Like I don't know how to describe it.
True.
Like your body should be the most important thing to you in the
Yep.
world. Taking care of it.
Like
It's like
taking
it's
care
your
of your
piece of
body.
God that's being given to you
Yeah.
to
Well, it's the only
nurture.
thing we have.
Yes.
Like we need this to experience life.
Yes. It's your tool, it's your vessel, it's your everything. And then people just I don't know, they allow themselves to get into patterns of
Like addictive
mistreatment.
patterns.
Yeah, addictive patterns that mistreat your body
Yeah.
and your mind and your soul.
Yeah.
So
But I guess it's also because of things that they've gone through.
yes, it's a lot of trauma.
Yeah. So essentially, it's just that trauma
Mm-hmm.
that we're trying to deal with. We don't know how to deal with. So we develop addictive personalities or we develop, like bad habits
Mm-hmm.
that it's essentially killing ourselves. And because we're not loving ourselves enough.
Yes.
Because that's what I like go back to all the time. Like if you're not loving yourself enough, then you're not taking care of yourself.
But if you had to explain to someone that doesn't love themselves how to love themselves, it's so difficult. Like what would you say to them?
I would tell them to do the work. So
Yeah.
every time in the morning when you wake up, don't look at your phone,
Mm-hmm.
go straight to the mirror,
Mm-hmm.
really look at yourself, take 5 deep breaths so you're in a more coherent space
Mm-hmm.
with your heart and your brain, and just really tell yourself, like, I love you.
Yeah.
And do that 5 times, and then that's it. And do that every day for a week, and then see how you feel.
And eventually you'll believe it. Even if you don't believe it at the start.
Beginning. Yeah, well, that's what doing the work is all about.
Yeah.
You do it like repetition. It's like going to the gym, right? You want to get big, you work out 5 days a week for fucking months, and then you fucking are big.
Yeah.
It's the exact same thing. It's like we're practicing that muscle. We're like practicing
The
like,
heart,
The
man.
heart. That's right, man. That's where like when the heart tells the brain how to think and how to feel, that's when the magic happens. And I guess that's what I'm trying to get to by practicing a lot of meditation and shit. But that's what I would tell someone if I feel like they don't love themselves.
That's a good thing to tell them.
Yeah.
That's a nice thing to tell them.
Well, but then that's this.
And then they have to do it. You have to do it.
You have to put in the work.
You lead a horse to water. You
Yeah.
can't make it drink. Or
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, I guess hopefully that's what I'm kind of teaching with people, because I do tell them to do that. And like, I hope that they can see it through camera and through like the audio that like this, like I'm not lying, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
the truth.
putting like a facade or anything. Like when I drop off, like when I drop this mic and leave my normal life, this is who I am. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm not just putting this on for the cameras just because I want to show, like, I don't know, I don't like because I want to portray
No.
this way to other people.
I don't think you come off, or I hope I don't come off like that either. But
Yeah.
that is, I think,
Yeah.
our honest truth.
Like
is
we're being authentic to ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the joy and happiness that I get from seeing someone else be joyous and happy is just like it's a gift to me that I love.
Yeah.
Bro. Like,
Well, because we're already filled up with that. So
Yeah.
we want to do is share it.
Yeah.
And then when we see other people, we feel great. Well, bro, like if we were all in a loving state, all we want to do is help others.
Yeah.
Like we essentially become healers. Like we are all healers for ourselves and healers to help others as well heal themselves.
Yeah. How fun is it just talking and giggling like when everyone's in a good mood?
Yeah, or even like imagine giggling when we're all like mushing out, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
And we're like all semi-connected.
Yeah.
Because we're essentially, I feel like when we take psychedelics or even mushrooms, like we get into a state where it's our heart telling our brain how to feel. And then that's where we have such a good time and we get that euphoric feeling like in the tummy, in the heart. It's like, fuck, I feel so good. Even on Molly, right? Like, fuck, I just want to hug people. And it's because our heart's starting to be like, no brain, like, yeah, brain, like you've
Cool off a little bit.
Yeah, like you've been telling me how to feel, how to act, how to react to things, how to talk, whatever, all this time. It's time for the heart to go back and be like, I'm gonna gain my power again and I'm gonna tell you how to feel.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. Well, that's what I've been learning through the past couple of days. But going back to, recapping what we're doing. So Friday we did that. We hanged out with Ray. On Saturday, we went to watch that trippy movie. What Fantastic Planet?
Fantastic Planet, Planet Sauvage, La Planet
It,
Sauvage.
it seems like the translation should be
The
Savage
Savage
Planet,
Planet,
yeah, not
exactly.
Fantastic
Yeah,
Planet.
yeah.
I don't know why they translated that,
That's
but trippy French movie. Fucking, oh man, that was trippy as fuck.
yeah. Bing.
Yeah, like the soundtrack, man.
The
Fucking,
soundtrack's so beautiful.
yeah, it's fucking so. Yeah, the whole day I just could hear it, like just the soundtrack playing through the background.
And on film with all those colors, and
Yeah,
it's so like ridiculous as well, because like even the facts that they're teaching the ohms when they're
Yeah.
in like that bracelet,
yeah, and they're learning all this stuff.
they're learning the stuff, but it's all like it's facts that are nonsense.
Yeah,
The words don't mean anything.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's so fun to like, you're like, ooh, I don't understand anything.
Yeah, but it's like it's got some truth in it. Like
Yeah.
the,
Oh, it's
the
got, like,
like the
heaps of
guy,
truth in
yeah,
it,
like
yeah.
they're meditating and then they go to a different planet. Like the conscious goes somewhere. Like the energy,
Yeah.
their attention is going somewhere
Yeah.
else. Yeah. Well, I mean, we were also on psychedelics when we watched it.
Of course, I forgot
So,
about that.
and then after that, we went to the park.
Yep, went
It
down
was
to
a nice
Botanics.
sunny day. Like we've been having rain for like 4 or 5 weeks straight in a row. So I think it's been 4 days now that we're getting sun. So we enjoyed the sun. We went out to Miss Macquarie's chair, hanged out, fucking beautiful views. We took some photos. I'll put up the photos so you can
Yes,
see how
please,
happy
Randy.
we look and shit. We're having the best time. And then we just chilled. I remember like us chilling like on the grass, and then you bought us some calipos, and then we're
Yeah.
just eating that. And I just remember like just Ray like laughing at himself because of the way that he was feeling. Like,
Yeah.
it was the best, man. I just
We all
love
just had
seeing
the
my
giggles.
mate
Yes.
happy, man.
Yeah.
Especially with the stuff that he's been dealing with,
Exactly.
just recently. Just to see him happy, I was like, "Fuck yeah!" It's like
Mm-hmm.
we need more of this shit. You know what I mean? Like, and it felt good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To pass on that energy to others. Like, I don't know, mate. To me, it feels like we are passing on that energy to
Yeah.
others because we are fucking, like, I guess, just in love with life, and then everyone's just realizing that
Mm-hmm.
as well, man.
And forcing it on people. Sometimes people don't want it, but I'm gonna force my love on you.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
And
I
then
don't like
Miguel's
forcing it.
Miguel's the opposite. He doesn't like to force.
Nah.
I'm a forcer. He's not a forcer. That's
No,
why.
like I would wait for the person to ask for help because,
But
bro,
I'll still ask for consent. But I'm gonna love you.
hey, you
bro.
only learned consent like last week.
Yeah,
bro, so
right.
you didn't even know what that was before, man. But I think I don't like to force it because even back in 60 GV, like that's where we used to live in Green Valley. Like when we were 24, I would talk about it. About like I guess I wouldn't talk about loving yourself, but I would talk about some of the trippy shit. But it basically was like trying to get everyone to believe in themselves, not love themselves, but to believe in themselves. Because I remember Quader would just always come, not always, but he probably asked me twice while we were just smacking out or whatever. It's like, why do you believe in yourself so much? And I'm like, why not? Like, and he's like, why do you believe in everyone else? Because even back then, I always just used to think, fuck, we're all gonna make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're all gonna be the best fucking thing we could ever be.
Yeah.
And then it got to a point that I felt like people were just like fuck off, Maggie, like stop talking this shit. So then that's made me come to where I am now, where I'm like, I'm not gonna force it because I've realized that I can't help everyone, man.
No.
I can only help the people that are willing to be helped.
Yeah.
So that's why I do this podcast, because people that want to watch this, that's the other reason why I don't market this, because I don't want to be in your face telling you this is the way to live, this.
It'll
No,
find
like,
the people that need
that's
it.
right. Well, people would be searching for it. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, how do I find gratitude? Oh, wait, finding gratitude, and I'll probably be one of the top results. And they
Yes.
start watching my videos, and boom, then I'm giving the content that people want, but people that actually want to see it, that are, yeah. So that's where my belief from, like, I don't want to be aggressive and be like,
Yep.
love yourself to fucking everyone anymore,
Yep.
because I've kind of felt like I've experienced it, and it's not for everyone. So I'm just gonna leave it, and then the people would find me. And it's the same thing though, like thinking about Iggy, and it's been like, yeah, he might need our help, but then I don't want to be there all the time. Be like, this is how you need to do it. This is how you need to do it, because he might get to a point that he's like, fuck you, fuck off, Megan, just stop talking to me.
I
But then-
don't
but
mind.
then-
I'd rather he does that and is better.
Yeah, because then you made a really good point where it's like he might be doing the stupid things because that's him trying to, like call out for help in
Yes.
a sense, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think like the reckless acts that he takes. Yeah.
They are call for help.
Yeah.
Because he wants people that care about him to be like, hey, like,
And I spoke to him today. We were speaking, through text, and I gave him a lot of advice that helped me, and he seemed very like responsive and
He
receiving
was
of
sober
it.
though at this point.
Yeah, he was
Okay.
sober this morning, like, and then told me he wants to get off drinking, but obviously like other things in his life, physical trauma, mental trauma.
Yeah, because like he has not lived an easy life. Like
Yeah,
shit
no.
has happened to him
Yeah.
throughout a lot.
So just having him work through himself.
Yeah. He should probably like see a psychologist, right?
That's
And
what I
then
told
see
him.
a
I said, yeah,
psychiatrist so he can get prescribed some
yes,
pills and stuff
exactly.
like that.
And that's the only way you can do it. And then, 1 year later, just fucking a blink of an eye and you're good. Man. Like, you're nice.
Yeah, and then you're like, fuck, I can't believe I used to be this person.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
And it just takes the work, bro. Just one day at a time, but it's not like time is irrelevant. You taught me that today.
True. Well,
we can flip space time.
Yeah. Well, I do actually want to speak about that because it does get full on trippy, and then like things just make sense though because the way that Joe Dispenza talks about it, he just talks about like the quantum physics and like, do you know what I mean? Like he's giving facts. Like this is happening because of this. Like back then, like we didn't know that. Like it was just like mystical kind of thing.
Yes.
Like this can happen because I'm doing the work, but now it's like no, this
He's
actually happens.
backing it up.
Yeah,
with
he's
the
backing
science.
up with actual science. Yeah. Because then like the information's out there. Like I was saying earlier today. Like before we used to like rely on like professors, teachers, priests, even to tell us the knowledge that we could only get. But now with fucking the internet, now with the internet, like knowledge is so easily accessible nowadays. Fuck. And then was it?
But you also have to be careful about your source with the knowledge on the internet.
Yeah.
Like everything, even
not everything is going to be true. Well, you just need to do your own research.
And go to more than one place for your information.
Yeah.
Don't just rely on one source because you'll never live like a whole. Well, you can never see the whole picture, right? But
No. Yeah, you need to go through a lot to. It's like fucking finishing up a puzzle, and you need to get the pieces from everywhere.
Yeah.
Until you actually realize that the whole information and makes sense to you. What day was it that we went clubbing? Was it Saturday or was the movie on Sunday?
The movie was on Sunday.
Oh, okay. So Friday
Saturday
we hanged out.
Yeah.
And then on like with the boys and recorded a podcast. And then on Saturday I had dinner, you had work. And then we hanged bro, I've literally hanged out with you since Tuesday.
He can't get rid of me.
Fuck,
he can't get rid of me. He wants to get rid of me. He can't get rid of me.
No, I don't, man. It's been good, man.
It's been so fun.
I will touch on that as well later on, but yeah, so on Saturday was the day that we went out clubbing. So we hanged out again. We went out to this Latin club, and then I feel like I had a mystical experience after the club when we did a lot of guided meditation. And we were just like walking around the club and like even like you saying that we are in a video game, like in a role playing game, and we're just controlling a character, and we should be detaching ourselves from all those feelings and anything, and just playing that in the now.
Yes.
Right? Even just having that realization, like it was just like
it was so beautiful.
just blowing my mind, bro.
Like the character has no feelings of depression or anxiety for the past, like
of nothing, because it's being controlled by someone else.
Yes.
Which could be yourself, or it could be your higher self, or it could be the divine, which could be God.
Yes.
That is essentially controlling you.
And if you just, like you said, remove the brain from between your crown and your heart, just
let it speak to you.
Just let the fucking information flow through.
You know what? I feel like that's what's happening then. So it's the divine talking to our heart, and then our heart, it's telling the brain how to feel.
Yes, it's like
instead of like brain to heart.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
It's the divine to heart to brain.
Because I was walking around and just like kind of breathing and just having the most amazing sort of like waves of just warmth throughout my body as we were walking through the street. Like,
fuck. It was like we could feel the field, like that. Like
I
don't know how to call it.
Swimming. Or
True. Well, that's another thing that I could bring up as well. I don't know what to call that though, because obviously in space there's dark matter, which is the empty space.
Yes.
What do we call this empty space? Do we just call it the field?
Yeah.
Or because in a sense, is this dark matter as well, or no? Or is that only in space? I guess
no. Dark matter is only in space.
Yeah. So what is this then? This is just space.
So that there's matter, antimatter, dark matter, and I guess that would be it. But it just matter because the space around us is still filled with air particles and molecules of different things. So we're just
And also electricity, though.
and
that we can't see,
electricity and everything that we can't see, the quantum field, the magnetism, everything that's around us, you know, the humming of the electricity behind us, this light is like pushing photons on you.
It's not dark matter. It's just energy.
Everything,
It's
bro.
just space, I guess. Yeah, true.
It's the space between you and me, bro. Like,
well, it is like essentially like all this, and then there's objects that are matter that are filled in between this space.
Yeah, like the reason that we can touch and like say white peas to each other, and you can like understand me saying white because the air's vibrating to your ears.
Well, yeah, your throat is producing a frequency.
If there was nothing, if it was a vacuum, you wouldn't be able to hear me.
Which is in space.
Yeah.
Because it's like that, right?
Yeah.
Like that's why Star Wars, when they're fucking shooting the missiles at each other, like, how is that happening, man? This shouldn't be any noise.
It shouldn't be any noise. That's why if you want to watch a real good example of it, Firefly, the show, TV show Firefly, movie was okay. Show? It was like a 1 season thing.
True. How long ago are we talking about?
Man. Early 2000s, high school.
Yeah.
Middle of 2000s. I remember Michael like giving it to me on DVD, and it's like a space western. They're like cowboys in like this old junk ship.
True.
And they go
cowboys.
They go to like
like space pirates or space cowboys.
There's space pirates in it, but they're space cowboys. They go to like the frontiers of the galaxy where they're building new settlements.
True.
So they go to these like frontier planets, but they're like western. And they're all like, and in the space battles, there's no sound. That's why I liked it. It was like very authentic.
There is a new show on Netflix that I think it's like Bebop. I don't know, but it's like a
like Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, which is in space though.
Yeah, it was like a cartoon.
It was
like,
a cartoon.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was cowboys in space, folks. Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah. Well, they've got a Netflix show now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Like a live action or
live action, and it's like a Japanese. I think it's a Chinese kind of character, but
yeah, it would be. Yeah.
Do you know what it reminds me of though? It reminds me of Archer.
Yes. Okay. Is it in that same sort of?
But it's real life.
Obviously, it's real life. So
it's real life, but it reminds me of Archer. It feels like I'm watching Archer episodes, but real life characters. Like the main guy's wearing a suit as well and everything. But yeah, it makes. I don't know if you've seen
same sort of jokes and stuff.
Yeah, like the humor is kind of similar.
Okay.
Even the way that they film it and the way that it looks, and it might like transition in between shots. It just feels very similar to that style.
Yeah, because obviously Archer's like
maybe Archer kind of copied it based on the actual comic book.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I haven't seen the comic book.
Yeah, it's not. Well, it's not a comic book. There is a comic book, but there was a like a anime of it.
Oh, okay.
So they're using very so sort of anime shots. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
You know, how anime is like a lot of slide-ins, a lot of of background stuff with like, you know, fixed characters.
Well, like even like the intro of Archer, you know, has like it comes in boxes sometimes, and it comes. I feel like even the intro of fucking Cowboy Bebop is like pretty much similar to that. Yeah. But did you watch the later seasons of Archer when they're in space? Because that's what it kind of reminds me of.
I watched up until the one when he's on the island.
Yeah. Okay.
With the plane.
Yeah.
But then I found like a lot of the jokes got repetitive.
Yeah.
Like the first like 4 seasons are the funniest. Yeah. Like some of the funniest TV ever.
It just got weird. It got like, I feel like they just ran out of ideas on what to do anymore. That it just, because like I think after that, they kind of traveled back in time.
Yeah, they just, like every the season was like a,
Yeah.
They did the like the detective noir one. Yeah.
And the one after that was the one in space.
Yeah.
Which that kind of reminded me of the Cowboy Bebop. But yeah, like similar to that. Fuck. But yeah, so Saturday that happened. Like we went out clubbing and shit. And we went just and walking around.
Got back here at in the middle of the night sometime.
2:33. Well, bro, we were walking in fucking Oxford Street, and we ran into fucking people that you were kind of chatting with earlier that day, but like not expecting to run into these people.
Not at all. Like
we ended up, or you ended up talking to this girl, and then we all ended up all chatting, and we ended up going to Stonewall.
Yes.
And then after that, that's when then I was like, fuck, I'm hungry. When we went to get a kebab, and then on the way to the car, that's when we run into like
friends from school, like
like back in high school and shit. Like 2 of them went to our high school.
It was one of their 30th birthdays, and she's also getting married to like a very good friend of ours and like a very, very good friend of mine.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It's just crazy how we attracted that though. Like out of nowhere, it's like Bro, so
And
many
just the
like
timing of it all.
so many synchronicities
Yeah.
have been happening, and like I do watch a lot of Joe Dispenza's, and he talks about that's just like the field telling you that you're heading in the right direction. Like those things are happening because you're in a place where your heart is telling the brain how to feel. So those things are presenting itself, just reminding you that you are creating
Yeah.
your life, and those things are meant to happen for you.
Yeah.
And
They're the
that's what's
reminders.
happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so then that happened. We came back, fucking, and then on Sunday was when we went down to the city and had a little trip. We watched the movie.
What a
and
beautiful day. Like,
yeah, fucking
perfect
the
weather.
sun was good.
Like, autumn in Sydney is magical. It's the
Yeah,
best
and
time.
even walking around through like Miss Macquarie's chair, and then where else did we end up? Like through the park, and we
Yeah,
were looking
just
through
through
the
the botanical
trees.
gardens.
Botanical Gardens, that's the
Yeah.
name. Yeah.
Walked up to whatever that cafe is, and then
Yeah, fucking oath.
walked back up.
And then we spoke with our mate that we haven't spoken to in ages as well, Michael.
Yeah.
I feel like there's been a lot of that. There's been a lot of people coming back into our lives, kind of thing. And then, yeah, you may, like, we were talking about how, like, we're seeing, like, each other, like, every day. I'm kind of, like, getting tired of you and shit. But I remember on the podcast that we recorded on Friday night, I was even telling Quaid, like, it's fucking crazy how, like, and you will watch this on my Finding Gratitude episodes. Like, my first 3 episodes, I'm kind of like, I just got back from Queensland. I fucking love it in Queensland. I can feel that, you know, I can resonate, or I can just, or like with the people out there, like we just get along so well that I just want to move there, kind of thing. And I was saying, and like out loud, that I feel like I don't have any friends here that I hang out.
Yeah.
I'm kind of lonely all the time.
Yeah, okay.
And then all of a sudden, like as soon as I started to believe and trust in myself,
Everyone just shows up.
and then everyone just started showing up, like legit. Like, do you know what I mean?
That's it, man.
Like before, it was just me and Green that would hang out
Yeah.
maybe once, twice a month, maybe 3 times a month, 4 times a month. That's that's a lot already.
Yeah.
But yeah, like literally, probably since Feb, it's been constantly. And you've been meeting someone pretty much every week.
Every
someone
week
you haven't seen in a long
for
time.
years. Yeah.
And it's just fucking happening, bro. And like, is that like a coincidence? Like, have I been like speaking it out into the field? I've been putting that energy out.
And I think maybe just the time was right for a lot of people.
Yeah, well, essentially, I've created that future, and I'm just stepping into it.
Yeah.
Like that's literally what's happening, man. Like because I wasn't doing the work back then. I just started the podcast because I just wanted to. I don't know. I just wanted to see and help out people by me sharing my experience on psychedelics, going through cancer and all that stuff, and being open about it. And then it was in Feb, I think, that I started to do the work, and then that's where like everything was just aligning itself, and I was just like, what?
And then as you record yourself, the first time you record yourself, maybe it is a little bit more produced or whatever. You've thought about it a lot more.
Yeah.
But now that you've done 12 episodes of Finding Gratitude.
This is the 12th episode,
12,
bro. Fucking 12 weeks in a row, fucking doing this shit, man.
That's my guy, man.
Fuck. Quarter way, because I've challenged myself to do 54, so I'm like almost quarter of the way.
You're recording your true self, your true intentions, your thoughts, as they're being projected out of yourself. And
what?
You know, do you understand what
No, but continue what you're gonna say.
I can't verbalize it entirely, but like it's like you're recording the truth, and when you record the truth, and people view the truth.
That's right.
Then they understand the truth. They feel the truth. I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? But
well, essentially, what you've made me realize is that I am talking my truth, and I am so like where my energy is where my intention is, where my energy is, right? So I'm speaking this stuff, and people that are watching it, that becomes their awareness, and in a sense are putting the work for me to attract this for me.
Yes.
So the more people,
it's a web.
Yeah, well, essentially, like as long as I am true to myself and I am in heart coherence, in brain coherence, and everything is aligned, and I'm saying these things that I want, then others watch it and they're helping me get there because their attention is their energy. So then by these people watching and thinking about what I'm saying, they're calling it, and they're helping me call it into existence even more.
Like a satellite dish, it's being multiplied.
Oh my God. Yes.
Like it's all
their
bound,
thought is getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah,
More
it's being
people are thinking about it,
being transmitted.
the easier that's gonna happen.
Yes, it's your original
Fuck.
true thought, and then people are taking your true thought and experiencing it themselves, and then sharing it to other people. But you're the truth, like
Yeah.
you're the beginning of the thing
Yeah.
that they've heard,
Yeah.
like the spark in their head.
Yeah, 100%. Or even me sharing the idea of like, I kind of like I want to be hanging around with more people.
Yeah, but you
Right.
know what I mean? Like it like infects other people and then comes back to you
Yeah.
in some way. Like I can't explain
Well,
it.
like even by people listening to how I feel, and they'll be like, "Fuck!" Like maybe they'll start to feel sorry for me, or they'll be like, "Oh, fuck! I wish he hangs out with more people." And
Yeah.
even by them thinking that, they're putting their attention into it, so it's where the energy is.
Or they've
And then
thought the
helping me
same.
create
They've had
shit.
the same thoughts and realized, okay, Miguel does want to hang out or meet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And want to create all this fuck. But essentially, by me putting it out there, it's helping me achieve what I want.
Yes, of course. go.
And the more people that watch it, the easier those things are going to happen.
Yes,
Because
yes.
more people are thinking about the
Yes,
same thing.
yes, bro. That's it.
Fuck. I love having like realizations like live. Because this shit's happening live, bro. None of this shit's scripted.
Live,
man.
we're going live.
I'm fucking live. Fuck, that's amazing, bro. That's fucking beautiful.
My heart's beating like a motherfucker right now, bro. I'm pumped up. I'm feeling
Oh
good.
man, so that was like Saturday, and then at the end of Saturday, no, that was Sunday. Sorry, where we tripped and shit. And it's weird because it's not weird, but like how I do talk about this in Young Primitives last time we spoke. How like I wanted to go to the funeral because I wanted to be like a vacuum to absorb all that like negative emotions or that negative energy that people were having because they were feeling sad and whatnot. I don't know, like by the end of Sunday night, I just feel so drained. I felt fried, maybe because of the psychedelics as well, but I just felt like I had no energy.
And you look like that, and I also felt that from you. Like,
Yeah, I legit had no energy.
yeah,
I'm
and I
just
could
like,
tell you're like,
fuck,
why
I'm so over it.
I kept asking him like, do you want food? Let me take you.
Oh, yeah. Like it could have been also the food, but I guess it's because I felt like I wanted to be that vacuum.
You were drained mentally. I could.
Yeah.
And I think you
even emotionally, I think like I was absorbing all those negative emotions.
Yeah, because I didn't feel one like iota of negativity all day, and I don't think Ray did either. So maybe
was just beaming.
You were taking the hit for us, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Well, that's what I wanted to do, and I guess subconsciously it did happen.
Yeah.
And then that's one Sunday I was just like drained. And then
Did you have a good sleep that night?
Yeah, fucking
yeah, bro, I slept so good.
But like I was still like up at like fucking 3 in the morning, like fuck, come on man, go to sleep, bro. Go to sleep. I tried to do guided meditation and I couldn't because my mind was just like too wired because of the fucking trip that we were on.
Yeah.
And obviously
You're right actually, because I did fall asleep after the Formula One, so that would have been like 4.
And you had to wake up. Oh no, yeah, you had to wake up at like 7 to go to fucking work on Monday.
Yeah, but I didn't wake up at 7. I woke up a little bit later. And then,
Sure.
Yeah.
Fuck, but that essentially was our weekend. I was fucking seeing you. Well, this is what I mean, bro. Like, I literally was not seeing anyone. I was just by myself fucking every single day. And I'm not going to say I didn't like it. I love fucking spending time with myself.
Yeah.
But then that's now completely changed.
Yeah. And I like spending time by myself, but there's time for that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
As long as you make time for yourself and others, like it's good, man.
Well, I mean, when we go to sleep, that's time for ourselves, right?
Yeah,
like when we're at home with our thoughts, I mean,
Yes.
as long as you don't have a partner or if you don't live with other
Yeah,
people and shit, then
that's
it's
right,
literally just time for yourself.
And like for me, going to the beach like we did today and just laying there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, true. What day did we go to the
Meditate.
beach on Wednesday?
No, I think it was before we recorded
Tuesday.
that podcast, so Friday.
So Tuesday? When we recorded the podcast on Tuesday.
You and me went to the beach again on Friday, didn't we?
True. Fuck, I can't remember, man.
Remember we went to Coogee?
Yeah. Was that Friday?
That was Friday before we recorded the elevator.
Because then we trained, and then we trained, and then bro, we forgot about you fucking going to the gym on Friday.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then again, you went today.
Yes.
How did you feel on training on the Friday, man?
Amazing. I was so nervous, anxious, worried, embarrassed about what other people might think of me until I walked into the place and realized everyone's there to achieve the same goal, which is just to be like a
better version of themselves.
Better version of themselves, and just like
You're
a
putting
great
in the
human.
work, man. Like
Yeah.
anything that
Yeah.
you put in the work, you feel good.
And there was no qualms about me just lifting just an empty bar. It's not you're not being forced into lifting like
Yeah. Well, like I said, like it's all scalable.
Yeah.
Like everything can be scaled to what you can do. Like no
Mhm.
one's gonna push you except for yourself.
Yeah. And great instructor, Lucas. Appreciate you, my guy.
Good old Lucas.
Lucas is a sick hunt, man. I want to hang out with Lucas.
Yeah.
Um,
How did you feel after the training session?
like you would, tired, sore, but so filled with like just bliss. It's the only thing I can describe it as. Just like when you like jumping into like warm sheets, clean sheets or something. Just
Like when you're going to sleep and
Yeah.
you're just like you've had a big day and
yes, yeah. It was just that, man. It was like such a nice feeling, and he made me want to do it again. I'm gonna do it every day.
yeah. Well, you kind of sign up for a week.
Yeah.
So you experience the week and then maybe just sign up for the rest of the weeks until you
yeah,
actually go.
exactly. Yeah, I think that's exactly what
Yeah,
I'm doing.
fucking gonna get ripped, gogs.
Yeah,
It's
Goggy Rip, bro. Eurogogs is gonna be a menace. Bro.
gonna be a god.
Yes.
Like literally, like that's what seems like it's what the future is for you. Just becoming supernatural.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Like you said, man, you need to we need to be waking up every single day and see if our dream, like our prayers, our dreams, whatever, have already been answered, and just stepped into that. Because, like, if we see something we want, we straight away go into lack because we're lacking that. So we wake up feeling lack, like, oh, I want to have this phone, or I want to have this car, I want to have this girlfriend. But if you wake up believing that you already have that, you're just in gratitude.
Yeah.
And that's when the shit goes down, man.
And that's when it happens.
That's when it's like, holy
that's when
shit,
the
look
magic
at me, I'm
happens,
ripped.
baby.
I'm fucking ripped.
It's just gonna be 4 weeks from now. I'm gonna be fucking massive. And like, when did this happen, bro? Like, I didn't even do anything.
Yeah, it's like, fuck, how did all this shit happen, man? Fuck. And then what? And then on Monday, we didn't really do anything, right? Which is, I think we all just kept to ourselves.
Yeah.
I think we needed to
Had a-
recharge our batteries
Yeah,
from
100%.
fucking hanging out with a lot of people. doing a lot
Saturday
of
night,
shit.
as we were going to sleep, I just put on like a Ram Dass video, and he said,
True.
it's important at the end of your day to tie the strands of your day together, and not allow them to just sort of lie loose as you go to sleep.
Yeah.
So put a nice knot on your day, and then give yourself maybe a mission, a goal to build on what you've learned the day before as you wake up the next day.
Yeah.
So the activities from the day before, the week before, haven't gone to waste. It's not scrambled. You know what I mean? Your straws aren't like bundled.
But you're connecting the dots.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
And then the next day, it's so much easier to.
Yeah.
You already have that feeling there.
Yeah.
It's
And
in
you're
your
kind of
pocket.
giving purpose to everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this happened today, but then you can connect. It's like, oh fuck, this is all happening because it's for a greater good, or what's building for tomorrow. You know what I mean? And you just keep riding the wave.
Exactly, man.
Yeah. So that was good. And like for you to watch that stuff, I was already passed out. I was fucking tired after I ate my fucking snack
Yeah,
back.
I was showing Miggy like my favorite like YouTube presenters and stuff.
Like
And he just
Red-
had enough, bro. He was
Red
like,
Bar or
Red
something.
Bar
Yeah.
Radio,
The
yeah.
other one was good though, but no gas, or what was it? All gas, no stops or something.
all gas, no brakes.
All gas, no brakes.
All gas,
yeah.
no brakes. Shout out Andrew, bro. He's a menace, bro. He's a
Fuck yeah,
menace
that
society.
shit was fucking funny, man. Fuck. And then yesterday, yeah, like I said, we all spent time away, but I went out.
Yeah, you went out, man.
Like
yeah.
I still keep going, man. Like shit's just not stop, and it's crazy. Like every single day, I've been hanging out with people, and like I said, like
and
2
you have
months
energy,
ago,
right? You don't feel
I
down.
don't feel drained. I don't
Yes.
feel nothing. Like I felt like after Sunday, yeah, I felt drained. But after getting a good sleep, waking up at like 12 midday, it was fine. Like getting 10 hours sleep, fucking fine. I felt actually more like refreshed. I don't know, man. Like every time I
Do
take
you have
a
that
trip.
afterglow?
Yes, I was about to go say that.
Sorry,
Like every
yeah.
time I take, especially acid, right?
Yeah.
The next day I feel like it's being like a reset, and I just feel confident with myself. It's like
Your brain's been like cleared.
yeah,
Like it's been wiped.
literally like a reset, and it kind of goes back to I don't know if you remember like smoking DMT, and after it feels like your brain just been reset. It's similar to that. It's similar to that feeling where you're like fuck, like
It's that
let's fucking
fluffiness
go.
of yeah.
That's why last year, bro, like even during lockdown and shit, I was probably for 3 months or two, yeah, maybe 8 to 12 weeks. I was literally taking LSD every single Sunday and waking up fucking fantastic. Like we spoke about it yesterday with my mates because some of them were from Melbourne, and they're like, "How was your experience during lockdown?" And I'm like, "I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
Like I had the best time." And they're like, "Fuck!" Like they were completely opposite because they were isolating. They couldn't do shit.
Yes.
They've realized how hard it is to be just by themselves. And I'm like, I love being by myself. So this is perfect for me.
It takes a lot of work to be by yourself.
Yeah, but like I've spent, true. But like I've always loved being by myself. When I used to trip and take numerous amounts of shrooms, I would love to be by myself so I can work on myself and learn more about myself. So I feel like, like during COVID lockdown, I was just great. Maybe also though, because like I said, I was taking psychedelics like every Sunday and doing a lot of my guided meditation as well, because I had just picked up a lot of guided meditation. So I felt good, but at the same time, like I still had shit to do. Like I was training 4-hour days, man. So and I was coming here, like I don't know, my routine was still going on. So I guess that kind of kept me sane. Yeah, kind of kept me sane. And bro, like even just yesterday, what crazy shit that happened yesterday was that just making sure your mic's still recording.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, the batteries are still on. Was like, so my mate was there with 2 of his mates from Melbourne and another mate that they used to know from Melbourne, but now he lives in Sydney. And then he was telling me that he's moving to Scotland. To become he's moving to the UK, but to become the producer for the Scottish national team.
Wow.
And right now that he's working at the moment for Sydney Swans at Moore Park as a producer.
Yeah.
And he's like, we're finding it so hard to find a replacement.
What a gig.
Do you know someone that could do it?
What a gig.
And then my mate James is like, bro, why don't you do it? I was like, what? And then he's like, bro, do you want to do it? I can get you the job. Like, just let me know. I'll put in the word.
And you 100% said yes.
No, I said no.
Oh, no.
But like, bro, like doing all the work and seeing all the synchronicities and then for that to happen, because in my mind, I've been thinking about money at the same time because I'm like, fuck, my life could be so much better if I actually had a job and I had so much more money.
No, it wouldn't, bro.
Right? Well, then this presented itself and he's like, bro, do you want this job? I can fucking put in the word and you most likely get it. And he's like, I've not even seen any of your work, but I know you're a fucking good dude. Let's fucking give you this job. And I was just like, I just can't see myself working for someone right now.
Even you just having the possibility of it in your head, it presented itself to you.
That's
like, even if like you gave yourself that possibility.
Yeah, and it's right there, bro, and it's literally
so
across the road from my house.
Yes,
like nothing could be even more perfect.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like good salary, like base, like start off anyway.
Of course,
and
I'm sure it'd be a fantastic job. Yeah,
for Sydney Swans, bro. You know what I mean? It's not like random job do this and that. It's like working for an actual team, like the AFL, bro.
Yeah.
And like the amount of possibilities that could happen from that. But I just don't feel like it's my path.
No, I don't think so.
Just knowing that by me doing the work, things will present itself.
Yep.
It's just instilling
so
more
rewarding.
of a belief, bro, that I just need to continue doing the work.
You're on the right path.
Yeah. Bro. And it's fucking crazy though, because since I did my first dropping session with Lenny, that's what she instilled in me. She's like, practice this. She gave me like a little document, or she sent me an email telling me what to do as my like on my daily routine. And it was literally wake up every day, look at yourself in the mirror and say these 3 things. Well, follow these things. And it was like, I trust and believe in myself. I trust and believe in my path. I trust and believe in my passion. And I also added, I trust and believe in the universe. So, bro, every single day I wake up, I don't look at my phone or anything. That's literally what I say. And I repeat it 3 times a day. 3 times. Every single sentence I repeat it 3 times.
I tell you what's going to give a lot of power to it that my boss taught me. So do it 3 times in the morning, then 6 times, and then 9 times. It sort of projects it even more.
Yeah. Well,
so
every
3,
time.
6, 9.
Yeah. Well, like I told you, like every time I'm not doing anything and that comes to mind, I just do that.
You just say it.
Yeah. So I say it throughout.
Throughout the day, like that.
Yeah. So like I say when I wake up, but then I also say, like when we're walking the other day on Saturday
On
after
Sunday.
clubbing, in
Oh,
my head,
yeah.
all I'm saying is I believe in trusting myself. I believe
Yes,
in trusting
okay.
myself. I believe in trusting, and then shit just happens. You know what I mean? Like we
Yeah.
go meet these people that is like, fuck, we haven't seen you guys in so long. Like
Yeah.
what the fuck? What are the chances that
What
we're
are
running
the
into each
chances,
other? Yeah.
bro?
Like no, I do it all the time. I'm still yet to set up an alarm on my phone and that says practice gratitude every single fucking hour, just so I'm just reminded. I'm like, fuck, I need to put in the work. And but yeah, like, well, ever since then, bro, like just stealing trust and believe in my passion, in my path, in myself, and the universe. All this shit's just been happening. And then I started listening to Joe Dispenza again and started to do daily meditations, so like 45 minutes meditations, like, and just trying to be more heart coherent. And like all I'm practicing is
I like that heart coherent. I haven't.
yeah. So it's like heart and brain coherence. It's like aligned, bro. Like being like everything working together. It's not separation. It's nothing like this goes this way, this goes this way. No. It's all together. It's like having those instruments, like you said, in a room, and they're all vibrating the same. That's essentially what I'm doing through meditation, like practicing that, and then like fucking things are just happening into reality and shit, bro. But yesterday I was just like fucking blown away. I'm like, fuck, I can't believe I did this job that could not be more perfect for me.
Yes.
But I still rejected it.
Yeah. It's not the right thing for you.
I believe in the path, man. I believe in my work. I believe in the work that I'm doing. I believe in the path that I am, and I believe like whatever I do, it's just gonna work out at the end of the day. So,
and we've made plans now to,
right. Well, even earlier today, like we were talking about it. Like we're like,
I don't know if you want to say it now, but like go overseas, do some things.
No, we can fucking 100%, bro. Like I said, like I put things out, other people hear it, they're putting the energy, and it's calling it into existence.
Yes.
So the more we put it out, the fucking more realistic.
Miguel's gonna come meet me in Belgrade, the first week of July.
Let's fucking do it.
We're gonna rent a camper van, and we're gonna go to Exit Festival in Novi Sad.
That's the plan, man.
And we're gonna stay there for like a whole week, bro. And we're just gonna be like the young prims, gods.
Literally,
God's on earth, man.
Literally, yeah, man. Like the quote that I say, man. That's my daily mantra as well. Like having invented the gods, we can turn into them.
We can turn into them.
And I'm gonna get that shit tatted, bro. Like it's a matter of time, and it's just it's one day it's just gonna be like, fuck. When did I get so many tats, bro? I'm just gonna be tatted up everywhere, just ripped as fuck, tatted as fuck.
Like the 2000s philosopher Wiz Khalifa said. Tap my whole body. Was that Wiz Khalifa?
I don't know. Did he?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Tap my whole
body. Tap my whole body.
Yeah. Or something.
Fucking King Wiz Khalifa, bro. The God himself.
The God himself, Wiz Khalifa.
But yeah, man. Well, that's the plan. And like, we were looking at going to Burley as well, like in 2 weeks' time. And having that
yeah.
Yeah, the pre game before we fucking fuck off before I fuck off, because you're actually going to create. Was it Croatia that you're going first?
Yeah, so I'll be in Croatia and Bosnia for 3 months before you show up, sort of 2.5 months.
Yeah, and then we fucking just continue the trip from there.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Like, it's going to be fucking good.
Yeah, it's going to be the most amazing
I need to keep doing the work and start to create that for me. So then when I wake up, I'm going to be like, fuck yeah, I feel extremely good because I'm already there.
Yes.
With you fucking at, Belgrade, was it?
Or we'll go Belgrade and then Novi Sad.
Yeah,
Novi Sad's where the festival
Novi Sad, where the exit.
And they hold it in an ancient, not an ancient, sorry, like a medieval fortress.
Yeah.
Sort of in the cliffside. It's a very beautiful place. And yeah, we're just going to have the most amazing time with like European biddies.
It's going to be so good, man. So much just substances.
Yeah.
So much guided meditation. So many fucking
from the source, man. From the
source.
So that'll last us maybe a week, but I'm hoping you'd stay, a few months as well.
Well, as long as I have the cash, which I can probably call it into existence.
We'll
like I said, like if 10 G is enough, I can probably work that out somehow.
10 Gs is plenty, and then
just
Spain.
For 3. Oh shit! The only other thing that I haven't thought about is that I do have appointments with my doctor every 3 months.
Okay.
But I might be like, hey, just extend to 5 months. I'll be good. I've been doing the work, doc. I've been doing the work. You don't worry about me.
Yeah. So but say you have your appointment before
I had
you
one
leave.
In Feb, so the next one should be in May, right? Yeah, May.
Yep.
May. What's after that? June, July, August.
But say you have August one before you leave. So
I have one in July.
Yeah.
And then I have one. Won't have one in till we're back in October.
Yeah.
Shit, because July's the 7th month.
Mm-hmm.
You've come back for my birthday.
Yeah, brother.
Fucking YP worldwide.
YP worldwide, my guy.
Fucking oath, man. But bro, like that took so long to just recap our fucking week.
Yeah, sorry.
That was like
We talk a lot.
This is good though, man, because I have not even touched on any points that I wanted to touch on. So I could even leave that for fucking next week because we're already into an hour. But I actually will leave on something though, because like we did speak about how, you know, how do we tell someone to love themselves, or like, you know, what's something that would be able to help them with. And I guess something that I did write down that I wanted to talk about was that our personality creates our personal reality. So that's what I'll probably be leaving you guys with to actually work with for the rest of the week. Like our personality is made out of how we think, how we act, and how we feel.
Yes.
So change those three things into a more like loving, grateful state, and your personal reality will change.
Yes. 100%. If your personality is someone that's constantly down and negative and pessimistic, you'll never achieve greatness in the world.
That's right. Well, it's not going to present itself.
It won't
for
present
you.
itself.
Yeah, it's not going to
You're
be
not
like,
allowing itself to present itself.
No, that's right. That's right. So you need to change all those thoughts. So you need to be from being negative to being positive, because that's how we think. And then you, by thinking that, you're going to start acting positive, and then you're going to start feeling positive, and then you're going to get that heart coherence and that brain coherence. And then your heart's going to start telling your brain how to feel. And then when that happens, that's when the magic happens. And that's when you're going to fucking... Bro, like I always say this, man. You just need to fucking love yourself. Like do the work.
Love yourself. I love you.
Every single day, man. Like,
I love you all enough to love yourselves.
That's it, man. Love yourself enough. Man, just love yourself, man. Just fucking love yourself. Do the work, man. Do the fucking work.
Love life. Don't waste a second or a minute of it.
This is the only life you're going to get. Like, why are you going to spend holding on to the past because some person did this to you? Why? Let that shit go. Like, change the way you feel. Change the way you act. Change the way you think. And like I said, your personality is your personal reality. Change your personality and your personal reality will change. And then by change, like we always are like, oh, I wish my life was better. I wish this was that. I wish that. Yeah, it can get better. It all starts with you. Change yourself.
Starts right now.
Yeah, and it starts right now. Fucking start doing the work right now, man. Fuck. I'm surging up, man.
Yeah, no regrets.
No regrets. I'm gonna get no regrets.
100%.
There. Fuck. But man, I think that was good. It's been an hour. I'm gonna leave it with that. So I hope everyone's having a lovely or fantastic night, whatever time it may be that you're watching or listening to this video. Is there anything you want to say, Gogs?
Just love you, man. Love you too.
Fucking love yourselves. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys next week. Bye.